The AI arms race is on as a new Chinese AI company called Deepseek has overtaken the throne of OpenAI. And mind you, they're doing all of this while they're under export restrictions from the United States. And furthermore, they're doing this on a lower budget than OpenAI. They've literally overtaken their throne and made a model more powerful than theirs. We're going to get into it in today's video because it is a seriously loaded story. Let's get right into it. Okay, so you might not know who Deepseek is, and honestly, I wouldn't blame you. They just got on the market. Now, they have a new reasoning model. This is their first generation reasoning model, and it competes with OpenAI O1, and according to the benchmarks, they've overtaken OpenAI in some regards. For example, in certain benchmarks such as the AIME or the Math 500 benchmark, their model excels against OpenAI's model. And furthermore, what's interesting about this model is that it's open source. You can just download this thing. You can download something for free that has more power than ChatGPT O1. So these guys, who nobody has ever really heard from that much, who just kind of stepped into the game, have produced something so extremely capable, and they've offered it for free. For completely free. You can just download it right now, run it on your own hardware. It's there. And that's not the only thing they dropped. Furthermore, they have a multimodal model too, called Janus. They literally are going insane. There are so many things they're doing. They have a whole multimodal model that can handle like audio and visual recognition and all kinds of stuff like that. And this all started within a week. And the US economy is starting to scream because of it. Deepseek sparks AI stock sell-off. It's gotten so bad that the NASDAQ is down 3%. Yeah, it's like nobody would have ever expected this, but clearly there's some competition between the US and China in this what is now right now an AI arms race that we're seeing with our own eyes. This comes just as the Trump administration brings out like this whole $500 billion AI partnership with like OpenAI and SoftBank and Microsoft and NVIDIA to make these giant AI data centers. So the game is really amping up as these two countries are just duking it out over getting the best AI possible. It's gotten so crazy, in fact, even on the consumer level, that it's currently the top #1 free app in the entire United States on iOS. It's literally #1 on the list. It's overtaken ChatGPT. Like, that says something. If they've literally overtaken ChatGPT in downloads because they are offering a cheaper, as in free, and better product than OpenAI, then wow, they've gotten really, really far here. Now, furthermore, they're doing all of this under export controls. Now, if you aren't already aware, the Biden administration, like a couple weeks ago actually, basically enforced certain export controls, basically preventing China from exporting what they call advanced GPUs. They can still get normal GPUs, but they can't get the really powerful $2 quadrillion enterprisey stuff. They can't get that. Legally, they can't. They're embargoed. But what they've done is they've figured out some magical way of being so stupidly hyper efficient under these export controls, while using NVIDIA's stuff, by the way. NVIDIA themselves have admitted that Deepseek is a customer of them. Deepseek, as well, has said they are a customer of NVIDIA. So, for what it's worth, they are using inferior GPUs, and they've been able to train a better AI using inferior GPUs. Those export controls didn't really prevent China from accelerating, it just forced them to be hyper efficient with their models. Basically, long story short, there's some serious competition here, and they gotta start working fast. Like, OpenAI needs to start hammering at this thing to get something better out, because they've been overthrown. They've been overthrown in such an incredible way. It's very, very, very interesting. Okay, so there's one other thing that comes with all this. It is a Chinese AI model, and as some people, specifically on like Twitter and stuff, have pointed out, it has some censorship. But it also doesn't. See, as far as I'm aware, and for what I've dug into it, the model itself isn't necessarily censored. And even then, you can't really censor an AI model. There's so much information purely in the model itself that censoring it or tampering with it would be kind of difficult, because the amount of data it takes to like make one of those things goes in like to the like hundreds and hundreds of terabytes. Try sifting through hundreds and hundreds of terabytes of text to delete certain parts. I dare you. But what's more likely happening is that on their own hosted version of the model, basically the one where you download it from the iOS App Store and, run it on your phone, obviously there'll be censorship there, because OpenAI does the same thing. There's some things OpenAI's model won't talk about, and there's some things Deepseek's model won't talk about. Now, obviously, their rules of censorship are different because there are different cultures, different countries with, different laws and stuff like that. And as well as the companies have set their own policies. So the model itself isn't necessarily censored, but the version of the model that you get directly from the company by downloading the app, so basically the one the company hosts for you, is censored. They've probably implemented something in their prompts or something in their like detection system or whatever they use to detect certain things that are probably not all that nice, so certain things that don't reflect kindly on the Chinese government, and they'll strike that out of the conversation. So yeah, there's some things the DeepSeek model won't talk about, but if you host it yourself, you're probably not going to end up getting any of those problems. Now, what does this mean for NVIDIA? I'm not entirely sure. Now, their stock has plunged a lot because of this, and by a lot, I mean they've shed 17% by market close. So basically, they have suffered its worst daily percentage loss since March 2020. So they're hammered right now. Their stock is down a ridiculous amount, and it's part of the reason why the NASDAQ went down 3% today. So their stock isn't doing well, but DeepSeek is still an NVIDIA customer. They're not losing money on DeepSeek, they're actually making money on DeepSeek. Not as much money, because they can't export the advanced GPUs to them because of the export restrictions. However, they're still making money. They're still making pretty good money. So I think it's a little bit of market panic at the moment. Now, I'm not a financial expert, by the way. Take what I say with a grain of salt. But my personal take on this is that it's market panic. People see the Chinese AI company and go, oh no, oh shucks, there's some serious competition here. I think these American AI companies, because NVIDIA is considered one now, might lose money on this, so I need to sell quickly so I don't start losing money. I think it's a little bit of market panic, and I wouldn't be surprised if NVIDIA like jumps back up in price at some point anyways. But they're not losing money. NVIDIA as a company isn't losing money. The revenue isn't going down, it's going up. And even then, they have that $500 billion deal that is literally government sanctioned behind them. So NVIDIA is not going away anytime soon because of this. But what this does mean is that we're going to see OpenAI and also DeepSeek start just buying more and more NVIDIA products. Like, these two companies are now in an arms race. And these two companies effectively just being the American side and the Chinese side. It is an arms race. It is a genuine arms race to see who can make the better model. And this is one that we're going to see playing out for a really, really long time, I feel. Like, the race has just started. And it is already starting off strong. So it is really interesting. I am curious to see where this goes, because again, it is going to be insane. I'm just being honest. This is going to get really crazy really fast. So thank you guys for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you want to watch more, you can watch my videos right over here. Take care, you guys. Stay safe out there.